The COROS PACE Pro was released at the end of October, and it might just be one of the best running watches under $500 in my opinion. Plus, we finally have a watch from COROS with a beautiful AMOLED display that is bright, vibrant, and crisp, which is something that I have been asking for quite a few years, to be honest with you. So today we're going to take a deep dive and learn all about the COROS PACE Pro. Let's get to it. Well, hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven. I do want to let you know that COROS did give the COROS PACE Pro to me to review. They're not going to see this footage ahead of time. They're not telling me what to say. I'm going to give you my completely honest, unfiltered opinion, just like always. Well, first off, we have to talk about the biggest change for COROS, and that is this beautiful AMOLED display. The display is 1.3 inches of reinforced mineral glass with 416 by 416 pixels and 1500 nits of brightness, which is really comparable to my Apple Watch Ultra 2 here, and it is very crisp, very vibrant, and bright. The display is easily seen in pretty much all situations, whether that's in the gym, you're on a run in the bright Colorado sky, or you're laying on your couch watching Netflix in the dark. It's very easy to see. The really crisp AMOLED display also makes navigating via the maps much easier. You can see everything so much clearer, and it is just a much better experience overall. But we'll get to more on that in just a minute. Now, the PACE Pro is just a bit bigger than the PACE 3 here, measuring in at 46 by 46 by 14.5 millimeters thick, and it weighs in at 49 grams with the silicone band, which is 11 grams heavier than the COROS PACE 3. The watch gets a lot of that lighter weight from the materials. The bezel is a glass reinforced polyamide material, and so is the casing, by the way. It's pretty much all plastic. There is no metal on this watch pretty much anywhere, except for maybe the little clasp behind where the watch band attaches. Speaking of that watch band, it is still a 22 millimeter quick release band, and it is a silicone band, as you see here. And I gotta be honest, the band is probably the only con that I could really think of for this watch. Now, I have a 16 centimeter circumference wrist, and with the included silicone band, there are these hard pieces on the end here that shape the way the watch goes over your wrist. It controls that. And with my size wrist, it just didn't feel very comfortable, to be honest with you. It didn't allow it to sit really securely on top of my wrist in a comfortable way. So what I did is I actually took the awesome band from the PACE 3 here. I took it off, put it back onto the PACE Pro, and it is amazing. So I would highly recommend getting the nylon band for the PACE Pro. It is much more comfortable in my opinion. The PACE Pro still features COROS's digital dial and a back lap button, but now the back and lap button is actually 26% larger than on the PACE 3, making it easier to use with gloves on. Probably the biggest improvement though to the PACE Pro is actually in the hardware. The PACE Pro has a brand new processor inside as well, and COROS claims it is the fastest in-class processor. Now the PACE Pro has 2 times better performance than the PACE 3, 3 times faster map zoom, 3 times more powerful RAM, and 4 times faster map downloads. Scrolling through the watch with the touchscreen is so responsive. It's honestly probably one of the most responsive out there that I've tested on any brand. When scrolling through the maps, it's so much faster than any other COROS watch by a long shot. It is such a great improvement. On the back of the PACE Pro is the optical heart rate sensor with 5 LEDs and 4 photo detectors. Now, COROS says the design has been changed to actually increase the heart rate accuracy, and the watch also has a blood oxygen sensor and ECG, which is pretty nice for a watch in this price point. As for the accuracy of the heart rate sensor, let's take a look at some data. This is a trail run here in Colorado Springs. You can see the COROS PACE Pro has a pretty nice smooth buildup and no crazy spikes or oddities really. You can really see how smooth the heart rate was on this elliptical activity here. It looks to be very, very accurate and smooth. Well, now let's talk battery life and GPS. Now, you might think the battery life would be greatly reduced with this beautiful AMOLED display, but COROS has stuck to their roots and given us really great battery life. In the highest dual frequency GPS setting, you can get up to 31 hours of battery life in an activity. In all systems on GPS, you can get up to 38 hours of battery life, which is insane. And you can get up to 20 days of daily use, or up to 6 days with the watch always on display. In my testing, that does seem pretty darn accurate with using it for about an activity every day. Maybe about an hour or so. It seems to be lasting for about 20 days. COROS did change the charging of the PACE Pro, and let me tell you, that is a very welcomed improvement. Now there is a USB Type-C adapter that plugs into the back of the watch, and it makes a really nice click, a very solid click, which for COROS users out there, you'll know the frustration of plugging in your watch to the charger, the adapter, and wondering, is it in? Is it charging? I don't know. And then in the morning you wake up and it didn't charge. It was very frustrating. With this new USB Type-C connector, It is so much better. There is no guessing. You plug it in, it gives you really good feedback. You know that it's connected. It is so much nicer. So excellent, excellent update there, COROS. As for the GPS accuracy, COROS says the Pace Pro has a new chipset and configuration inside to improve the accuracy, and it supports all of the 5 major satellite systems, of course. In my testing, I can say the GPS accuracy seems to be incredibly good, like pretty much all of the other COROS watches have been. There are no crazy deviations, and you can see that track looks super clean right through here. There's no oddities. It looks like it's not cutting any corners. Even on this loop, which is basically in a canyon with high mountain walls on either side, the track looks very impressive. The Pace Pro also now has offline global mapping, which is a huge update over the Pace 3. So you can download the map any of the region you choose. You know, for me, I chose to download the entire state of Colorado, and it was only 65.1 megabytes, and downloading that over Wi-Fi through the watch was incredibly quick. The maps are very easy to see and use now with that upgraded processor. There's also turn-by-turn navigation, of course, with waypoints. The maps really, honestly, have come such a long way for COROS. When you look at their original watches, it's just so much better. Plus, the COROS map builder in the app is one of the best out there, in my opinion. I still use it no matter which watch I'm going to run with. I will build my routes in the COROS map builder, and then if I have to, export that GPX file to a different watch. But it's so easy to send it to your COROS watch. It's amazing. The onboard storage of the Pace Pro is now 32 gigabytes, which is the same as their higher end watches like the Vertix 2S or the COROS Apex 2 Pro. It's really nice to have that extra storage for those downloadable maps as well as music. The watch still connects to all sensors via Bluetooth, just like all of the other COROS watches of the late, and it is waterproof down to 5 atmospheres as well. So good for swimming in a pool. You don't have to worry about taking it off. And it does have a working temperature as well of negative 20 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. Plus, a really cool thing that just came out, fairly recently, is now you can have active live Strava segments in the watch. It's really pretty cool and very easy to go crown hunting now. You can know when that segment starts, know when it ends, and it gives you a little alert at the end to show that basically if you got the crown or not. So the COROS Pace Pro right now retails for $349 US. For that price, honestly, I cannot think of a better watch, even up to $500, that has all of these amazing features. We have that beautiful AMOLED display, insane battery life, and incredible GPS and heart rate accuracy. So if you're in the market for a GPS watch, then I highly recommend checking out the COROS Pace Pro. Honestly, if someone was wanting to get into the COROS ecosystem, this is going to be the watch I would recommend over the Apex 2, the Apex 2 Pro. I would say get you the COROS Pace Pro. It is amazing. The COROS Pace Pro has actually become my watch of choice for when I go to the gym and work out. What I love about it is the back button. So when I'm working out, I'll use a functional strength training or strength training activity. And, I'm doing a set. Afterwards, I'll hit the lat button and it starts a rest timer for me. And then when I'm ready to go, I hit it again, go on to the next set. It's so simple to track it. I don't have to set a defined rest period. If I want to rest a little bit more, I can do that. It's just very easy. Well, if you're curious how the Pace Pro differs from the Pace 3, check out my full review of the Pace 3 on the screen right over there. Go take a look at that. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to COROS for sending the watch as well. I'll see you all in the next one.